Jewelry designers from across the country answered our call for entries, submitting their own dazzling designs. Each one hopes to win $5,000, plus have their collection manufactured and sold on jewelry television. Keep watching to find out who will become JTV's Rock Star Designer. Previously on Rock Star Designer.
Welcome to our first ever Rock Star Designer.
And I'm just ready to dive in.
4 out of the 5 contestants are used to metalsmithing. We do have one contestant, not so much.
Deborah is kind of high maintenance. Just shut up and do it.
I'm getting nervous a little bit. My eyes keep going up to the clock, and I seem to see every second going by.
Bead stringing. Anybody can do this.
It's African-y, it's tribal-y, it's fun. And
kind of like a 6-year-old throws a bunch of stuff on and says, hey, look at me.
You can picture the customer.
You have to focus. I couldn't have done better myself.
The person going home today is Tamara.
Today is going to get quite colorful.
People are panicking.
Hope nothing goes wrong.
Yeah. I'd be really bummed if Ashley won again.
I have to be decisive, and I'm the most indecisive person.
I'm not seeing versatility from you. The little drop is a miss.
I really think you hit it out of the ballpark.
Deborah, you've lost your sparkle.
I've been in the bottom 2 the last 2 challenges.
You've got 2 minutes to select your items.
I thought I grabbed so much stuff, and I grabbed freaking seashells.
I feel like I already lost.
They're out of their comfort zone, and I'm in my comfort zone.
Well, Alicia, I've got one word for you. Bravo.
I don't see what the other 2 see here. I never give 5s, but I did give a 5 to Ashley.
The winner of today's challenge is Alicia.
Who will be competing in the finale with Alicia?
Ashley.
Roll out the red carpet and let the show begin. This is JTV's Rock Star Designer.
This is the last challenge we have. I'm really confident going into the challenge today because I showed them that I could do something different. At the end of the day, it's a competition, so may the best girl win.
Hello, designers. We've rolled out the red carpet for this challenge today. And as you know, Michael is one of our judges, and he's spent a lot of time on the red carpet. Michael, would you like to tell our designers about their challenge today?
Absolutely. I'm sure that you know that the red carpet of any award show happens to be the most watched and the most interesting part of it. So your challenge today is to actually create a look that is red carpet ready. You have to remember that different award shows show us totally different fashions. We have the film and TV shows, which will actually be a little bit more on the conservative side. And then we've got the music shows, which will be a little bit more on the edgy side.
Models, will you join us?
As you can see, we have 4 looks here for you. These have been flown in from LA, from a very famous fashion designer, Kevin Hall, who has dressed many, many celebrities. And you've got 2 for film and television, and 2 for music. Your challenge will be to choose one category, and then from that category, you will be allowed to dress one of the models in one of the looks.
Alicia, since you won the last challenge, you get to select your red carpet look first.
I'll do film and television, and I'll take Jessica.
Amy, thank you.
I immediately think Alicia's going to pick music because there's a girl there in a lime green silk dress, and it screams Alicia to me. And she throws a curveball and picks the traditional.
Ashley, you get to choose from the music category.
I'm gonna go with Alicia.
Kylie, thank you.
I picked the girl with the sequin dress because the last couple of challenges I've done really big, bold statement necklaces, and I want to show them that I can do simple, elegant stuff too.
Designers, you're not done yet. You have some more choices to make. We've taken 1 hour off of your challenge time, but you may have some help. Helpers? Welcome back, our previous contestants. Alicia, since you chose first on the red carpet look, Ashley gets to choose from the help first.
My stomach drops a little bit. I don't want help. It makes me very nervous.
I am going to choose Tamra. You're welcome.
All right, Alicia.
Kelly.
I like Kelly's style more than Deborah's because she's more out there and edgy, and I feel like Deborah's more not my style. I just didn't see us working together very well.
Thank you, Deborah. We won't be needing you today, but we hope to see you in the future.
So, ladies, you've got 4 hours to rock those designs. But there's a catch.
Not only will you be designing fabulous red carpet jewelry, but you're also going to be selling it. You will be joined by our TV host, Kristen Keach, who will take you for an on-air camera test. Any questions? Okay, well, in the workroom, we've left you some really special things. So go rock that design.
I get to do this again. I get to have one more chance to redeem myself, to share my ideas.
We take the whole thing. You can?
Yeah.
I don't have to mix it. I'll separate it. I cannot.
I just really thought that Ashley would choose me.
I'd get a couple of dark something just in case you change your mind and you need that contrast.
My plan for Kelly is to help me string some bracelets because that takes up a lot of time.
I don't want to get too crazy with color.
I immediately knew that Tamra was going to be the one that was going to help me out.
That's way too thin.
Yeah. She's going to help me choose things and give me an opinion without being overbearing or without taking it on as her project.
So we get into the workroom, and I tell Alicia, you know, we were talking about earrings with posts. I said, I can solder that on for you. We were talking about a ring, and I said, well, I can build you a cage with prongs. And I was letting her know what I could do and what I could do fast. But I didn't end up doing any of that.
Doing a big bracelet.
Okay. Just huge.
So that's what we'll need to string.
Yeah, just start sending them over and I'll just...
So I found these. I don't know. I think they're too big.
My model has a short dress. It's delicate, it's flirty, and I don't want some heavy piece that's gonna compete with it.
I think it's too heavy with that dress. Don't you?
This for earring.
I think that's cute. You're not gonna lose your sparkle.
I want thicker wire.
My first thought is she's got this, you know, skinny arms that are showing, and I'm thinking there needs to be something wrapping up one of those arms.
Ashley, I have an idea. When I saw the model with the dress on, I immediately thought, big cuff that wraps would be perfect.
Okay, and then we can wrap it around the thing.
I said, I see a big cuff, and she said, me too. A wire one, me too. So we were really excited because we had the same vision.
No, you don't want to use those. I can make something. What? I can make something way cooler. I can make like square ones that match it.
This is very like ritzy and like classy and elegant, and I don't look at metal as being classy.
I can whip one up and show you.
Okay.
Decide if you like it.
I'm trying to make an ear cuff. And it looks like a gold microphone cord, so I'm not sure right now, but I'm just trying to get the logistics of it. I think it's kind of cool.
You're probably gonna have to restring that because it'll undo unless I tie it really.
Okay. Is there a certain knot you use too when you do this?
You just string them and I'll knot them up.
All right. How much longer do you think?
It's hard when you're trying to think of a design and you've got people asking you a bunch of questions. It gets frustrating, especially for an ADD person. You can't think of things and be talked to at the same time.
I think it needs beads. I think it needs something.
String of those, string of these, string of those.
Okay, I'll take that.
Okay.
I have certain ways that I like to turn my stuff and how it lays, and so the easiest thing for me to do is give her the stuff to just string, let me perfect my necklace.
Don't you just love beading? This isn't the focal point, it's like this.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure she needs a necklace. But it's music, so it needs to be a little funkier.
What about a ring? Hey.
Like a ring, a chain, and then maybe a little swirl.
I think I would rather play with these and just do a tiny little loop. Just because of the elegancy of it.
Don't break the stone, Ashley. You're the only one.
Do this. Okay, I just want to make sure.
1, 2, cut it right there. I love that. I love that. Okay.
Time to go for your mom.
Thanks. See you in the morning.
About to go have wine.
You're almost done?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll be right behind you. It helps having extra hands.
Thank you.
I hope Deborah's not mad that I didn't pick her.
I didn't pick her either.
Well, hello, designers.
Hello, designers.
How is everyone?
Good.
Okay. A little bit more positive.
Good. There we go. Well, Michael and I are here to check in on you all and to see if we can offer some advice. Alicia, let's start with you.
Okay, well, since the dress is a lot going on anyways, I want to stay more not so crazy with the jewelry, but still crazy enough that it's noticeable and that it's very glamorous.
Okay.
We're gonna do a big bracelet, and we're going to do a smaller necklace just because there's just a lot of beadwork going on. And then we're gonna do these elegant drop earrings. And I don't want to do too much because I don't want her to look tacky.
That dress is, in many ways, it's the dream dress. And in many ways, it is, okay, what do I do for jewelry with it? I think that your idea of doing a great, bold bracelet is a great idea with this. There's a lot of space here, and I think that that really calls out for some jewelry. A lot of celebrities, though, kind of veer away from a necklace. I'm single-handedly trying to bring the necklace back to Hollywood, but many celebrities actually seem to love a big, big earring. And I will caution you that it needs to be a little bit shorter to help the length of the neck. Everyone on the red carpet wears an earring, and I think you know why. Why? When the photographers come, where do they get?
From here up.
That's it.
Since Michael has styled many celebrities and he's always on the red carpet doing interviews and stuff, I really listen to what he has to say.
I don't think anything bigger would be better.
And I think that once he sees it all on, I think he's really gonna like it.
Well, hello, Ashley.
Hi, Ashley.
All right. What do you got working?
So the first thing that I thought of when I saw and chose the dress was she's going to the music awards, so I knew I could get a little edgier with whatever I designed. Her dress is very fun and flirty, and I immediately thought of doing something going up her arm. So Tamara and I are working on this cuff that is gonna spiral up her right arm, and then I kind of mimic that cuff on her ear, on her left side, and then I did asymmetrical earrings, so they don't match, but I did like a triangular shaped stone to kind of mimic the triangular folds in her dress.
Very cool.
I am smiling because I think that your thought process in this is amazing. It's really, really well thought out. She is going to the music awards, so I love the fact that it's a little bit edgy. I also love the fact that you're doing an asymmetric. I get asked by celebrities all the time for the ear cuff, something going up the ear on one side and something dropped. I think that's a great choice to do. My one caveat that I would tell you is that on the bracelet, it's such a well thought out bracelet, but there's not a big enough focal point on that. So maybe some additional stones. You don't want it to get lost. Maybe you want to make the bottom gemstone a little bit bolder to be in keeping with what you're doing with the rest of it.
Very nice.
Just like every other mentoring before, I completely agree with the critique that they have.
We might need to redo this one and go 3. Okay. I think 3 would do good.
And the boss says start over. Well, we all know that I'm not the world's biggest bead fan. Maybe I was a little underutilized because I was stringing beads and I could have been building her a fabulous sterling ring with prongs.
I'm making bracelets. I like that. Yeah.
I had found some very interesting bigger beads. Ashley didn't really care for them.
One, and then a big one.
When Michael came around, he loved the cup, but he thought perhaps it could use a little bit more presence. So I said to Ashley, the stones that I found.
Love it.
Aren't you glad I got these stones?
Yes.
You didn't like them at first, I think.
I didn't. I do like them now. I like having a helper.
It's like having a
It's like having another brain.
Did you double check the lobster yet, just to make sure?
The lobster? I know it will go. These keep breaking.
I did pick you because I knew you would be very helpful. And for music awards, you came in looking like a rock star, so I was like, you wore that belt buckle, and I'm like, okay, we're going to the music awards.
Can I do anything?
No, I think I'm almost done.
Come on.
I definitely think that I used my time good. I think I deserve a 5 on this challenge because I feel like the whole look is just gonna be very red carpet and very elegant.
How many more beads do I need to get to my fingernail?
It has enough presence.
What do you think?
I think I really expected a little bit more from Ashley. I don't know, it's almost like she's tired. She just threw in the towel. I feel like Alicia's work is pretty strong. So I hope she wins. I think she will.
Feeling good. There's so much going on in her dress that I think any more jewelry would just be too much.
Okay, designers, your time is up.
I'm done.
It's now time for phase 2 of your final challenge. We need to do our screen test. So good luck.
Thanks, buddy.
Seriously. We're wrapped.
This is Kristen Peach. Hi. Nice to see you. You?
So Kristen will introduce you. She'll ask you to talk a little bit about yourself so we can introduce you to the audience so they know a little bit about you. And then we'll just kind of go into each collection.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, come to Kristen.
Good morning and welcome to JTV. My name is Kristen. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning. This hour, we're actually going to introduce to you one of our designers from our Rock Star Designer Challenge here at JTV. And this is Alicia. Welcome in, girl. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Alicia, share with everybody just a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name's Alicia, and I...
Good, she talks right to the camera.
I live in Maryville, Tennessee. I'm 26 years old. I have 3 dogs. I have a bulldog, a lab, and a Pomeranian, which they're like my favorite things in the whole world.
What was the inspiration for this design and this assortment?
The inspiration behind this whole collection was Africa, and I wanted to use a lot of bright colors because when I think of Africa, I think of tribes, and the fabric I use because it reminds me of their outfits they wear, and I just love the tassels because everything just reminds me of tribal African theme.
Now, I know that this was inspired by the David Zyla Color Challenge. How did you come up with all your colors?
Came up with the colors because it was spring, and I chose Life of the Party. And so I wanted it to be bold and be noticed because obviously when you want to be the life of the party, you want to be noticed.
You've got to talk to us about the materials that you used to make this.
So it's definitely an unconventional challenge, and so I used a lot of hardware And these are actually fishing lures.
Are you kidding me? And what's the center portion? This is kind of cool.
Well, there's opal, and then I've used some rhinestones, and this is turquoise. I just thought that the pattern really stands out.
I have to say, Alicia, you have done a beautiful job. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
And enjoy. Keep on shopping. We'll see you next time.
I would have liked her to be a little bit more animated, but I tell you, for somebody who was nervous, she was able to look into the camera.
She did a nice job with
She
that.
did a great job.
Kristen was really easy to work with. She just kind of led you into where you needed to start talking. So I thought it was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be.
I've met Kristen. Good to see you again.
You look beautiful.
Kristen will kind of introduce the piece, and then she'll start asking you about the inspiration and the design element. It's just a real high-level look at all of your ideas and thoughts. Do you have any questions about it or anything? Or no? Okay. All right. Sounds good. Let's sell it out. 3, 2.
Good morning and welcome into Jewelry Television. My name is Kristen. We're actually doing an exclusive show for you featuring our designer, Ashley, who is bringing us a beautiful collection of jewelry here for the first time at JTV today. Ashley, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So Ashley, tell us a little bit about yourself so everybody who is, tuning in this morning can know more about you.
I am from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and I started my own jewelry business 4 years ago. I've been designing and selling jewelry since then.
We're gonna get into the first assortment from the collection that we have. Tell us how you put this together.
So the color challenge was based on David Zyla's book, Color Your Style, and we were each given a season. My season was winter. And then in his book, he goes over different archetypes. So we chose which archetype we most related to. Mine was the earthy philosopher.
Okay.
She loves a big piece of jewelry, but without it looking costumey.
Absolutely.
She needs help with a pop of color. She also loves high contrast and clean lines. So the first piece that I designed was the cuff. The high contrast comes in with the organic hammering texture against the geometric stones. And this is just a synthetic stone. It looks like black, but then when you look up on it, there's some like glittering green in it. So it pulls that green from the stone.
I see that you've inscribed this ring.
Yes, I did. I love the inscription here. It's a Ralph Waldo Emerson quote. It says, "Live in the sunshine, swim in the sea, drink the wild air." It's beachy, it's fun, it's inspiring, it makes a statement.
Incredibly interesting.
It's just a good piece that goes with the collection. I love the peach and the rose gold.
Same.
I love, love, love it mixed with the silver. So I just started layering feathers on. There is a quote on the silver feathers. It is by Paulo Coelho, and he is a Brazilian author. It says, "You are what you believe yourself to be."
That's incredible.
So it's a statement necklace that makes a statement in more ways than one.
Ashley, thanks so much for joining us today.
You
were absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you again next time.
Yes.
Really great job.
She's such a good storyteller, and she's as good on camera telling those stories as she is in person.
I wanted to hear more.
I can't believe it's your first time on air. You were so comfortable. You look
I feel like I've been on air all week.
She's very comfortable in front of the camera. So whether she was standing in front of us telling us that or in the screen test, she was just really comfortable.
It was fun. It didn't feel awkward. It didn't feel forced. So hopefully that is what translated on camera.
Is the hair okay? You good with the hair? Is that what you wanted to say?
Do both fingers in there.
Both fingers.
Like these two.
Okay.
I don't think there's anything I left out because I think if I would have done anything more, it would have been way too much.
Does that feel okay? Feel like it's gonna fall off? That feels fine?
Because it's a music awards. I have the freedom to be a little edgy. I made the necessary adjustments, and that's hopefully gonna work in my favor.
Hello, judges.
Hi.
You all look fabulous.
As do you guys.
Designers, it's been a tough competition, but you two rose to the top. And today is the day that we find out which one of you will become JTV's Rock Star Designer. Earlier today, we watched our designer's screen tests. Chris, tell us what you think about Ashley's screen test.
Well, you know I'm in love with how you tell a story. And you're so articulate. I think you know where you're going. I'm going to tell them this first, then I'm going to tell them this next. Or if you don't, that's a great skill that you have without thinking that through. So I thought you did a really nice job.
I think it might have been the angle that you were at, but you almost, I think, need to engage more with the camera during the presentations. You have to always consider the lens as the third person in the conversation.
You're very comfortable in your own skin to begin with, and you're very real. You were as engaging as you always are with us, so well done.
All right, thank you, Jill. So what did you think about Alicia?
I was a little disappointed you didn't bring out the story about the family that your family adopted, and I thought that was the meat of the story for your pieces that were inspired by Africa. So I was a little disappointed about that, but I thought you did a nice job.
Piece of advice. You have to figure out your elevator speech. You know what an elevator speech is? So you need to practice when somebody says, tell me a little bit about yourself, and when it's in the context of you as a jewelry designer, you need in a very short period of time to be able to tell them credible information about yourself so they buy into you as a jewelry designer. I think you're going to need a little bit of coaching on air.
Well, Alicia, I thought that you look phenomenal on camera. You present well, and what I loved was that you directed your eyes to the camera, so you were including people visually.
Thank you, Michael. Designers, it's been a week full of twists and surprises, but we have one more little twist for you. We'll be bringing in a surprise judge that will be judging your designs. Judge number 4, will you join us in the studio, please? Well, hello, Deborah. Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome, Deborah.
Well, thank you. It feels a little weird to be on this side. They seemed a little bit worried. I'm not really sure why, but you know, whatever.
Designers, how does it feel for her to be over on that side?
Terrifying.
Of all the contestants, she was probably the one that I didn't get the closest to or connect the most with. So it's kind of like, well, part of my fate is in her hands. I really don't care.
So, Deborah, remember, you're going to be judging these designers based upon creativity, sellability, reproducibility, theme consistency, design, and personality. All right. Alicia will be seeing your design first. Everyone else may go. We'll see you later. Alicia, you won the last challenge and chose film and television as your red carpet look. Your model is Jessica, so let's bring her out.
Wow, beautiful.
Wow.
Would you like to tell us about your design?
My inspiration came from this fabulous Kevin Hall dress, and I didn't want to go too over the top with the jewelry because the dress speaks for itself and it's a lot going on. So I wanted to go with more of an elegant look, so I did a simpler necklace that still pops really well and a bigger bracelet, and I did a funky little ring to go with it that kind of brings in the earrings too.
Chris, did Alicia rock this red carpet look?
Yeah, I think she rocked it. I love the idea of the big bracelet look. I'm a little disappointed that there isn't more creativity in that big bracelet look. I would have liked to have seen maybe something a little bit more, not just beaded, you know, a series of beaded bracelets all together. The ring is amazing. I think you've taken a current trend, but you've made it a lot more sophisticated. I would say overall, beautiful use of the color. You didn't take away from the dress. You've offset that beautifully. I would have liked to have seen a little bit more creativity in the bracelet and maybe just a little bit more of something around the neck.
The earrings are very nice. I'm a little underwhelmed by the necklace, I'll be honest, but I understand why you did it that way. I just feel like that could have been just a little bit bolder.
Well, I love the color combination. I think that you chose colors that were perfect for the dress. And love, love, love the ring. I also like the fact that you concentrated on the wrist. I'm going to disagree with both Jill and Chris because I actually, in all honesty, I would have liked to see a much more important earring and almost no necklace. But overall, I think it's a great look, and I really do think that you chose the right pieces for that dress.
Thank you. Deborah?
I actually disagree a little bit with Chris and Jill, and then I actually do really appreciate the understated necklace. I think it shows off her neck beautifully. You can really see her long neck. And I do agree about the bracelets. I think they kind of look a little cheap, especially compared to how expensive the ring and the earrings look.
I definitely have my own style, and I'm gonna continue with my own style because that's what my customers like.
Let's bring out Ashley and her model, Alicia.
Very nice.
Beautiful.
All right, so Ashley, you had the Music Awards look. Would you like to tell us about your design?
I went with the bright lime green dress. I thought it was fun and flirty, and I immediately felt like she needed something on her arm, something kind of delicate instead of like a big wide cuff. I loved the strappy sandals that she had on with the dress, so I kind of wanted to mimic that look going up her arm. So my eye went from this piece, and then it wrapped up to this ear cuff that spirals around her ear. And then on her other ear, I did a long earring. I chose a triangular stone because I wanted to mimic the triangular folds in the dress. And then this hand just has like a simple little ring that's attached to a spiral bracelet. And it also, I set the stone in a more triangular diamond shape rather than square. And it just kind of added a little touch to this hand, but it brought it all in as one collective piece.
You took probably every trend that's happening now in jewelry and you put it all together. If you had told me that you were going to do that, I would have said, stop, don't, that's too many. But you pulled it off. I'm amazed. I mean, you have the ear crawler going. You have the two opposite earrings. You have the negative space. You've got the bracelet going all the way up. You have the ring that's, joined to the bracelet. I mean, it works.
I think she rocked the red carpet in a big way. This is a great look, and I love the use of the big stones. They glisten in the light.
I think that you took the challenge and you hit it on the head, like bang. There is nothing about this look that isn't Music Awards red carpet. I think you've got several trends that are really the hottest trends that celebrities asked me for all the time. That bracelet happens to be so amazing, you took it even beyond where I thought it could be. So I think you did an amazing, amazing job with it.
Ashley, are those stones stationary on the bracelet?
No, you can move them around.
Even better.
Yeah.
Nice touch.
Amazing.
All right, Deborah.
I think it's great. The spacing of the stones on the bracelet is great. I think the long earring, to me, from here looks a little bit messy. I'm not quite sure what it is, but otherwise, it's great.
Thank you.
I felt like the mentoring was integral to our design. The changes that they thought I should make, I made them. That worked in my favor.
Well, judges, now is the time to choose JTV's Rock Star Designer. Remember, not only are you judging based upon their design, but you three will be judging based upon their screen test. After deliberation, I'll be back for your final decision.
I mean, let's face it, we're at the very end now. They're both very good.
Right.
Right, no question. So now it's going to be in the details. This is not the time to miss.
I really liked the look that she was going for. I'm not sure it was executed perhaps as strongly as it could have been.
I just don't know what she could have done differently with that type of bracelet. So I kind of think she was a little stuck there.
Like, I realized it was more of a statement piece, but it wasn't a good statement to make.
I agree with you.
It was a little miss, but as you said, we are at the last judging. So we have to really be very, very picky.
Okay, judges, your time is up. Have you reached a decision?
We have. I'll tell you, Christy, it was really difficult. We've seen a lot of great designs this week. Everybody has done a really wonderful job overall. And we've had a few surprises along the way, too.
So let's bring in our two finalists. Hello, ladies.
Hi.
Are you nervous?
Yes.
Oh. Judges, are we ready?
We're ready.
The winner of JTV's first ever Rock Star Designer is Ashley.
trying to hold back the tears. I'm like beyond excited. Somehow this confidence in me has shown on the camera.
Ashley, congratulations. You just won $5,000 and a chance to present your line on jewelry television.
Thank you. I don't know if it's something in me that I just didn't know I had, but it came out in this challenge and it helped me win, and I'm excited to see what happens.
Congratulations, Ashley Hoffman, JTV's Rock Star Designer. Keep watching jtv.com/rockstar to find out when Ashley's designs will be featured on jewelry television. Thank you for joining us.